Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings. This is the next video in the series. We are continuing with the user interface. In the last video, I worked on creating this search feature. I hope that you have done the same. I have asked you to build the same feature for all of the buttons or the uh, information that is being displayed. So I hope that you have built that feature already. We are going to further look into enhancing this feature, and also the main objective of this video is that we are going to create a login form. We'll create a login mechanism, and this is what we are trying to build in this video. So I hope that you wish to learn about this. So if you want to learn, definitely you stay until the end of this video so you can learn thing or two from this video itself. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any case, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. And if you want to support me and support this channel, please do join this channel as a member. That would be very much appreciated. Okay, so let's get started. And first, I'm going to look into, from the enhancement perspective, what else we can do to make it a little bit more effective or useful feature when it comes to search. Now, right now, for example, there is nothing I've added in the search box. If I click on search, watch what happens. So basically what it does, it fetches all the orders from these query and it present on the list box. Now, this is not what I'm looking for. What I want is that there should be a message box. It should say, hey, this search text box is empty and therefore this search cannot be performed. So we need to build that feature in. Okay, so we'll go to the design view and we'll come here. All right, dot dot dot, and here we are. Now I don't need to add this code block for every single time we are going to search. We can add it once and it should work. So what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. So we'll say if is null me dot what do we say, me dot txt means search equal true, then do cmd dot beep message box, and it will be please provide the search criteria, okay, to search the records. There you go, comma, and we'll say will be critical and it will be information. Now we are talking about enhancing the user interface. We can set the focus onto the search text box, so you can straight away type in me.txt means search dot set focus. If that's false, then we will go ahead and we will have all of these conditions built in. So that's why we have to have another end if condition as well. There you go. Let's test it. So now it is empty. Okay, now it is empty, and it says, hey, you can't do that every time it is empty. Now there's one more thing I want to check. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's say we will go to we will add William. Okay, that's one of the customer. Oh, sorry, the customer name. And now I want to remove this, and there you go. So it is working fine. All right. So one more thing, enhancement, from the enhancement perspective. If I'll type Peter, and I have to actually uh, click on search button actually with physically with mouse, and then only it will search. We can do a further enhancement. What does that mean? We have a habit of, for example, if I'm typing and I can press enter, and then it should actually perform the search as well. So we can actually build that. So let's go to the close button. So we can have after update event, code builder. All right. Now let's go back. Let's check it. And we'll say, let's say, oh, this is, we are searching for the orders. So we'll say Peter, hit enter, and there you go. Now the enter function also working. So this is what I wanted, because every time it's not really a good user experience where the user have to click on that button physically. Generally, we have a habit. We'll just say William, hit enter, and we should be able to find. And if I remove this, yeah, I want to get rid of this message box. Actually, this is annoying. See, for example, by mistake, even you can click here and it will keep giving you this message box. So what we can do is, I think what is the best way is I can go to search dot dot dot, and instead of this message box, I would say do nothing. Okay. So what will happen is that we will now not get the annoying message box all the time, but it will instead do nothing. All right. So for example, oh, orders. So it's not searching for orders. Okay. All right. So it is not giving me that annoying error, or sorry, message box which it was showing before. So that's why I put it as do nothing. At least the user would know, oh, I have to give a criteria in order to search for a record. For example, William, hit enter, and there you go. Otherwise it will not search for any record. So these two enhancements I wanted to make before I proceed to next action. And next action, of course, as I said, the whole idea of this video is that we will create this login form. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we'll copy this form, main form. All right. If we'll come here, main form is the ideal form at the moment. We can say copy, paste, and then we can say login. All right. So now let's go to login form, design view, and obviously for this we have to have a text, two text boxes, two buttons. So let's go to design view, and then we'll say user name or ID, whatever you want to prefer, and let's make it full black, and let's keep it same, we will say calibre. All right, and we will increase the width of it. Now, what we can do, however, we can increase the height as well. And then we can come here, and the top margin, we can make it 0.05 or maybe 0.07, let's say. Okay, fine. All right. So we can do this. And now we can copy this and paste here. And we can say it is password. Okay. So this is password. We can rename this. We can say txt user name, and we can say txt password. Perfect. Let's get to button controls, and for this we will say login, and we'll come here and we'll change the style, and let's make it green because it's about login. And I would definitely want to reduce the line thickness. And the other button we can make, I can increase the height. Okay, bold, copy, paste, and we'll come here and we'll say, I think this will be login. All right, and this we can call cancel. All right, let's select both and we'll say calibre. All right, awesome. Now we have two buttons, login, and we'll go to form. Oh no, yes, I do. So we have two buttons, user ID and password, or username and password. And now let's go to the design view. Why? Because I want to remove this basically. Okay, we'll keep maximize, but we want to remove that. Perfect. And the next thing we will do is we will have the code written behind these two buttons, and so we can perform these actions of logging or canceling. Now let's go to the design view. I'm not liking this way of design. We can reduce the width definitely, and there you go. Okay, so we can call it btn login and btn cancel. Nope, cancel. All right, perfect. Now, what we'll do is we'll go to the event tab, code builder. And before I start writing the code, actually, I should go to the dashboard. And why is that? Because I want to have some labels here. And why is that? Well, I will explain. First, let me grab some labels. And we'll have a label called welcome. And here, the name of the person will appear. So we'll say it's a Calibri font, it's a full black, and maybe 10 is the font size. And so we'll have this, okay, and we'll say LBL welcome. All right, the next thing we will do is we will actually, so 0.04, okay. The next thing we'll do is we'll get another label, and this time it would be for what else? If we'll go to the users table, because this is where we are going to get the information from. So we'll have role and full name. That's it. These are the two labels we are going to have: LBL role and LBL welcome. Awesome. Now we are going to refer to these because we'll populate the information onto these two labels. And we'll go to the login button and we'll say event tab ... and here we are. Now we are going to use record set for this. So we'll say dim rs as a record set and set rs equal current tb dot open record set parenthesis open parenthesis close, and we will give the name of the record set, which is users t. Now you can have the query as well, and we are going to read the information. So db open snapshot and db read only. Okay, so that's there. And now what we are going to do is we are actually going to check if there is a username filled in by the user, or the password is filled in by the user. If that's the case, then we will actually refer to the record sets. So we'll say if is null me dot txt username equal true, then do cmd dot beep message box, please provide the username. Okay, comma vb critical, comma vb, oh sorry, comma information only. All right, perfect. And we will copy that so we don't have to write it again. If the password is also me.txt password, and then please provide the password. And we will also set the focus me.txt password dot set focus. Come on, yeah, here we go. And then similarly we'll do it here as well, me.txt username dot set focus. Okay, perfect. And now we are going to say else. If those two are false, then what? Then the Microsoft Access is asking. Well, in that case, we will then go ahead and first we will find the username and password which are provided by the user, and we will try to match with the username and passwords here. If they are matching, great, we will welcome. If not, we will exit them, or we will not allow them to log in. And to do that, we will say rs.find first. And what are we looking for? We are looking for username. Okay, this is the username, and we'll say equal to ampersand me.txt username, and then we'll have ampersand double quote. But within these quotes, because the username is going to be a text field, we will have this single quote as well. It is mandatory because you're searching using string. If it is integer, you actually don't need these single quotations. So that's why it's important. And then we will say if username, sorry, if rs dot no match equal true, then we will kick out the user, right? So we'll say do cmd dot beep message box, the user id username you have provided is incorrect. Okay, and we will throw a critical type of message box. It will be information to the user, and we will also then set the focus. So say me.txt username dot set focus, and then we will exit this up. Okay, we don't want them to continue, and we will end it right here. Okay, if that's false, then if that is, for example, if that is false, in meaning if the username which is provided by the user is available in the database, then all of this will not take place, and basically we will move to the password field. And in the password field, we will say if rs exclamation mark password is not the same as me.txt password, right? I hope you're getting it. Then we will actually throw the same message box. Okay, so let me copy this rather than me typing all over again. All right, and we'll say the password you have provided is incorrect, and we will set the focus to the txt password. Okay, so if both are false, then we are actually going to go ahead, meaning if both information that is provided by the user is correct, then we are going to go ahead and welcome the user. Okay, so this is where we'll say forms exclamation mark. First of all, I'm going to capture the information of the user using the temp was. So we'll say temp was, uh, and we will capture it. So we'll say username, and we'll say equal to rs exclamation mark username. Okay, and we'll say temp was, and then parenthesis open parenthesis close double quote, and we are going to capture the role of the user as well. Okay, equal rs exclamation mark role. Okay, once that is done, now this temp was we are using to store the information temporarily, and so we can use this information later on, and I'll show you how we can use this information later on. All right, so if, for example, that is done, now we can actually open the form. So we'll say do cmd dot open form. Which form we are going to open? Well, we are going to open main form. If you notice, if you remember, when we open the main form, the dashboard automatically opens. All right, but on the dashboard, what we are going to do is we are going to provide some of the information. For example, remember these labels we have created, right? So whatever the username and the role, that will be populated right here. That's the whole idea. So forms, and we'll say dashboard. What's the name of the form? I think dashboard F, right? Or no, just a dashboard. And exclamation mark LBL name equal RS, sorry, equal temp was, and it will be username. And we will copy the same. Is it LBL? Oh, no. You see, this is the problem. It should be LBL name. Okay. And now we can say LBL name. Okay, fine. It is working. I know that. We can copy this and we will say LBL role, and it will be role. Okay. That is perfect. Now I'm sure I'm missing something. What is it? It is value. Okay. This is what it is. Otherwise, we would get an error here. Once that is done, we will actually close the login form because we don't need this form anymore. So this should get closed. Do cmd dot close. And what we are going to close, we are going to close form. What is the name of the form? You can say name of the form is login. All right, perfect. And we can also throw a message box, and we can say do cmd.beep message box, welcome to the Loop POS management system, right? And we can say this is VB information, and it is information. You know, something I noticed, I think this should not be here, it should be here. Okay, otherwise we're going to get an error. And one more thing I actually missed, and that is dot caption. And these are captions, so that's why we will use, or these are labels, so that's why we will use captions. Okay, not captions, caption. All right, now I think we can test it. All right, let's go to the form view. Let's test. Okay, great. Now we will type in the name Iron Man, and we will type the password RD. Okay, so let's check it out. So it says password you have provided is incorrect. And that is right because the password is RDJ. So let's type RDJ, and still we are going to get error. And there you go. You know why we are getting error? Because it is case sensitive. The password that we have stored is in small letters. Now you don't believe me? Okay, let me show you the actual password right here. So it is small letters, right? So it is case sensitive, guys. The login that I've created and I've shown you, it is case sensitive login. All right. So Iron Man. So username, it doesn't matter, but the password definitely. So RDJ in the small letters, and we'll click on login, and there you go. Right, welcome to Loop POS management system, and we get the name of the person and we get the manager. Now it's a little bit dry, you know. I'm not liking this. It should be like welcome and then name, and then you are signed in as, and then the role. Okay, we can make it more customized. Would you like to do that? Okay, I can see that you're nodding your head. If you're still watching, then you're nodding your head, I believe, right? Okay, let me go and do this. We'll go to the login. Okay, we go back here, and then right here we can say, okay, so right here we can say, we can give a space a little bit with the double quote, ampersand space, and we can say, um, not here actually. We can say we can give that space in the beginning because we want to say welcome. All right, and then we want a little double quote, ampersand, and I want to say here welcome, and then comma, and then the name of the person. Why is that? Is it because I'm adding comma? No. Well, that's weird actually. Okay, so this, ampersand, double quote. Yeah, that's what it is. Welcome, so and so, and we can have comma here, right? So welcome, comma, the name of the person, and then we can say you are signed in, or signed in as, we can say that as well, signed in as, and then we can give the ampersand, double quote, and then we can have this semicolon. Oh, colon, sorry, not semicolon. What is now? Okay, come on, what's the problem? Oh dear, this is becoming complicated. So I'm just going to copy this. All right, okay, forget about it. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste right here. This is weird, but sometimes it works. Signed in as, and then you have a role. Okay, thank God. All right, so let's sign in as Iron Man, and we'll have the password RDJ, and we'll click on login. And there you go. Welcome, Iron Man. You're signed in as manager. I know we can make it fancy. We can make it a little bigger. Yeah, you can do a whole lot of stuff with it, to be honest. So you can say, we'll increase the size. All right, maybe that's too much. Okay, this is fine. And we can decrease the size of this as well. So it's kind of underneath of the name. So we can do this in this manner. Perfect. Now, the actual login form is created already. Let me check by signing in with the other guy, Peter, and the password will be Parker12. So let's do that. Okay, Peter, and the password is Parker12. You know what? We are going to get error. You know why? Because the P is capital. So I'm just checking. There you go. It is case sensitive. That's the evidence. And now we will have the small p and we'll click on login. Boom, we are in. Okay, so now it looks a little nicer and it says you're signed in as cashier. All right, awesome. Now we have built, let's summarize what we have done in this video. We have actually enhanced a little bit right here in the search. We had on enter event, and we looked at the search. If there's no criteria, nothing will be searched. We fixed that. And then we created the login form and we created the mechanism to log in as a different role. Now in the next video, I'm going to take it a little bit notch up, and we will have the authorization built in Microsoft Access in the next video. So I hope that you are excited about it. I hope that you are learning in this video, the series. If you are learning, please smash the like button. Tell me in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. And to support me and support this channel, please join the channel as well as a member. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.